What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the chronically charismatic Dr. Disaster, and in a move that proves that Lucasfilm has learned absolutely nothing over the past decade, Kathleen Kennedy has come out and attacked Star Wars fans, preemptively blaming all the franchise's woes on us.
He did it. What?
The good and amusing news here is that this is not coming from a position of strength. If you were Kathleen Kennedy, and if you expected the Acolyte to do well, then there's no way that you would attack people like this. But she has seen the response to the trailers, and they likely have all kinds of other internal numbers that show that the Acolyte is gonna flop. That is why she is lashing out at the male audience. She's farming for pity because she knows the fans are about to squish the Acolyte when it comes out in a few days.
Groovy.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter, where my handle is Dr. Disaster1. But in any event, let's see what Kathleen Kennedy has to say about the fan base this time. This article from Variety sums it up pretty well. In a new interview with the New York Times for the upcoming Star Wars series The Acolyte, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy said she is aware that women in the space franchise are often attacked online more than men because of the fan base being so male-dominated.
Well, took you long enough.
Well, it's nice of you to finally admit the truth, Kathy, that Star Wars is a show that mostly men enjoy. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of female fans out there, always have been. I've got a pair of girl cousins, for example, who used to fight with each other over who got to be Princess Leia when we would play together as kids, but these are the types of films that are mostly enjoyed by dudes. You can argue, scream, and protest all you want, but your argument isn't with me, it's with your worst enemy, reality. So, the question becomes this for Kathleen Kennedy. What made you think it was a good idea to try to turn Star Wars into a Disney princess franchise?
I feel foolish.
But anyway, reading on, female stars Daisy Ridley and Kelly Marie Tran certainly faced online harassment from toxic fans when the most recent Star Wars film trilogy was released, and now the Acolyte is already being attacked in certain corners of the fandom. I wonder who they could be talking about.
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
We've been through this many times with these idiots, but I'll say it once again. Everyone online gets criticized. Everyone does. It happens to me. I'm sure it happens to you, but these morons at Lucasfilm insist that criticizing them is harassment. If we click on that link right there where it says they faced online harassment, it just takes us to this article where Daisy Ridley vaguely alludes to someone following her to her house. And while I agree that such behavior is shitty, that is not a Star Wars thing. That's a movie star thing. But anyhow, The Acolyte is an original story created by Leslie Headland that's set long before the events of The Phantom Menace. Headland, known for directing films such as Sleeping with Other People and co-creating Netflix's hit comedy series Russian Doll, is the first woman to serve as showrunner of a Star Wars series.
I don't care!
Her show includes major new female Star Wars characters played by the likes of Amandla Stenberg, Carrie Ann Moss, Jodie Turner-Smith, and more.
Nobody cares.
As reported by The Times, a loud, primordial part of the Star Wars fandom has pushed back in predictable fashion against the show. Why are there so many women, girls, and minority characters increasingly dominating the ranks of Jedi? Reads a comment on the Acolyte trailer, with others expressing a similar worldview. Some trolls have nicknamed Headland's series the Wokalite. My belief is that storytelling does need to be representative of all people. Kennedy told the publication about her support for Headland's Acolyte vision. That's an easy decision for me. Yeah, they want it to be representative of all people except for one very specific demographic. When I reviewed the first trailer for this show, when it dropped a couple months ago or so, I literally played a game of Where's Waldo, but instead of Waldo, it was Where's Whitey? In a trailer that featured dozens of different people, I spotted a single white male, and he was a sniveling, cowardly creature, as you can see here. No wonder the ratio on this trailer was so damned epic. But anyhow, operating within these giant franchises now, with social media and the level of expectation, it's terrifying, Kennedy continued. I think Leslie has struggled a little bit with it. I think a lot of the women who step into Star Wars struggle with this a bit more. Because of the fan base being so male-dominated, they sometimes get attacked in ways that can be quite personal. Headland has already started to limit her exposure to online chatter about the show to block out any of the toxic fans, and the show hasn't even debuted on Disney Plus yet. As a fan myself, I know how frustrating some Star Wars storytelling in the past has been. I've felt it myself, she said. I stand by my empathy for Star Wars fans, but I want to be clear, anyone who engages in bigotry, racism, or hate speech, I don't consider a fan.
You idiot!
Yeah, the personal secretary to Harvey Weinstein, who said nothing about what he was up to, does not occupy the moral high ground on any issue, and they do not get to decide who is and is not a true Star Wars fan. In fact, if someone like this, someone like Leslie Headland, doesn't like me, then I consider it to be a badge of honor.
Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
But I'm going to leave it there. Attacking the fan base hasn't worked out for these people in the past, but maybe it will this time. What do you think? Are you suddenly overcome with the urge to watch The Acolyte when it comes out in a few days, or is this just pandering to the modern audience that they've been chasing? Drop your thoughts down below and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.